Sports Conversations presented by the NCAA. I'm your host, Haydyn Gibson, and today my guest is Trevor Hudgins. Trevor is currently a junior on the men's basketball team at Northwest Missouri State. He's pursuing his undergraduate degree in corporate recreation. Trevor, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So Trevor, today we're here to talk about your experience as a student athlete, especially competing on the #1 ranked men's basketball team. Can you tell me a little bit about what that's been like for you?
Just from the start, just coming in as a freshman, it was definitely a culture change, just seeing how things are done at the college level. Just the hard work that's put into it day in, day out. Um, and then also just the knowledge that I gained from Coach Mack and the previous players of just basketball IQ. Um, and it's just been fun overall too. It's just a great experience just playing college basketball and getting friendships and brothers that I never knew I had.
That's great. And I can imagine the bond that you form with your teammates is one that's so important. You kind of touched about how it was a reality check coming in your freshman year. Can you talk little bit about how you've helped guide the freshmen during this unique experience? How have you been there when the season is kind of a roller coaster with everything going on with COVID?
Um, yeah, college is kind of a reality check in some sort. Like the workouts, they're a lot harder than high school, obviously, and then just the schedule is just jam packed most days. Um, and just being here for about 4 years now, you learn a thing or two. And the freshmen coming in, you come from being the high school superstar to going back down on the totem pole. So it's just good to help them and guide them and want them to do better. And that's how culture is built.
Good. And I'm sure they really appreciate any guidance that you can give. I know, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a whirlwind. Currently, you're in quarantine and some games have been postponed. So, how's that been for you right now in quarantine?
It's just kind of boring, as everyone could see. But it's nice just to kick your feet up for just a second. Uh, it feels like a little mini vacation, but still working out, still trying to stay in shape. We still have a couple games we might be able to play before the year ends, but just staying active mostly. And that's it. Just keeping in contact with my teammates and my coaches. Make sure we talk every day. Keep chemistry up, but just stay active.
I can imagine communication is really important right now. So, that's great to hear that you're able to communicate and talk with your teammate and coaches every day. So, now to talk a little bit more about you. Through your position as a point guard, you are known as being an extension of the coach on the court. Can you tell me a little bit about your leadership skills on the court and how you set your teammates up for success?
Yeah. When I first came in, I wasn't really vocal, and I was just kind of a follower. But Coach Matt kind of, pushed me into being a leader a little bit more. He said I was kind of a natural born leader, even if I don't use my voice in it. But um, just, you know, letting the guys know that we're all together. We're in this together. We do preseason in August, and we go through workouts, and we just work so hard as a team together that I feel like we can accomplish anything if we do it together. And just sticking with that, just encouraging them. If they miss a shot, I tell them to keep on shooting. Just everything like that. Um, just encouragement goes a long way with athletes, and that's basically how I lead. So.
Trevor, you've touched a lot about your relationship with Coach Mack and just all the things that he's taught you throughout your career. Can you tell us a little bit more about your relationship with him?
Over the years, it's just been getting closer. I think just knowing each other more personally, and then just being goofy around each other, seeing each other every day, you gain a relationship. But um, just him being a mentor the teacher, coach, all that, all in one, just pushed me to be better and the team to be better each and every day.
It sounds like I want him to be my coach. I don't play sports anymore, but I think I might just find a way for him to coach me in life. He sounds like a great person and it's showing in your record. Can you tell me a little bit more about the most important thing that he's taught you so far?
I think the most important thing he's taught me is just going hard every day, all the time, just putting in the 110%, going 100 for myself and then 10% for others, and just you know just working hard no matter what. Going through adversity is also a huge one. Um, we learn that very soon, and the reality check we get when we first come to college and our workouts. But I feel like it really helps because when it comes down to the second half, last 2 minutes of a game, and it's getting kind of hard out there, you're kind of getting fatigued. That mental toughness that uh, he engraves in us, I think, really helps a lot. It goes the extra mile. So I really appreciate the mental toughness aspect he puts into his players and into myself, and then just the work ethic and working hard that he makes us do.
And I can imagine with not knowing when the next game might be, if it's postponed, cancel, if you'll actually be able to compete, that going 100%, 110% even, it just rings true. So I can imagine that's really important and something that you show every time. It sounds like you've been doing a great job. I mean, so far your team is 3-0 for the back of the season. How has it been competing in games again for you?
It's been fun. I didn't know what the season was going to be like. I didn't know if we were going to have a season. It felt like we were just practicing for a long time with no games. But I just hope that we get to finish this season, no matter what the circumstances are at the end of the season. But I just hope we get to end with a game at least, because last year was kind of sad seeing the seniors go out after half of practice. But I just hope we get to finish something this year.
I'm fully confident in it. I'm believing in all of your teams and everyone competing in Division Two. That really hopeful to finish with the season and then just continue to be successful on the court and off the court. I know that you and your teammate Diego are currently 72-1 as your collegiate careers. Can you tell me what you attribute that success to?
Um, Definitely Coach Mack, obviously, and then just the competitive nature of everyone on the team. We get after it in practice. We go against each other every day. Like the famous saying, "Iron sharpens iron." Basically, if you attack every day as a day to get better and try to make each person next to you get better, and you go after them every single day, then you're going to get better. And it's also fun in the process. Also, with a tad bit, we hate losing. We hate losing with a passion. So we try not to do that a lot. And that 72-1, that little blemish in our record, still haunts us a little bit, but we get motivation from it. So
Absolutely. Like you said, use that as motivation. And it sounds like you all have a great team mentality. It's not, what can I do? It's what can we do to better the team? And I think that's really important. And that's shown clearly in your career, how successful that can be. That being said, what are the team goals for this season?
we're just taking it day by day because you never know with with 2020. But just trying to get better every day because even if things get canceled, postponed, you can still get better. But we're just trying to take it week by week, day by day, and see what the future holds.
That's probably a good idea considering, tomorrow, who knows what tomorrow brings. So it's nice
Yeah.
that, like you said, you take it day by day. You're making the most of the quarantine right now with continuing to work out and kind of building off that a little bit. You have many accolades in your career. MIAA Player of the Year, Bevo, Francis finalist, and just the list goes on and on. What are some of your individual goals for this year?
Um, just win. That's basically all it is for me. I don't really look into individual goals that much. It's cool to see at the end of the year what we accomplished or what I accomplished, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to win. I just want to win with my team and get us some championships.
And that answer right there goes back to the whole team mentality and just I think is so key to all of your success. And I think it's really important that you have that mentality. So I know, as I mentioned earlier, you're majoring in corporate recreation. Do you have any plans for after graduation, or is that another day by day type situation?
It's a little bit of both, day by day, and also I know I'm gonna stay active in my future, and I don't want to help people, so I could see myself doing programs with younger generations coming up, just teaching them the basics of physical activity and stuff like that, and physical education and things like that. But yeah, I just take it day by day right now, just seeing what my future holds.
It sounds like no matter whether it's on the basketball court or in the classroom, you're just really wanting to help people. And I think that's great. I think that'll reflect individually. Obviously, it reflects on your team, and it's just a really important mentality to have. And it's great to kind of learn a little bit more about you and your career in basketball and after school. All that being said, I have one final question for you. Who is your inspiration as a player on and off the court?
Inspiration as a player. Oh, this is a good question.
It's a
This is
hard
a good
hitting one, I
question.
know. I
It
don't even know
is.
mine.
Who? Well, I'm gonna say inspiration. Uh, I could be basic and say Michael Jordan or like Kobe Bryant and their mentality, because just watching them and even Michael Jordan highlights and stuff like that, just seeing their mentality, um, it really kind of drives me, kind of motivates me. But I'll probably say inspiration, probably my parents, probably seeing how hard they work, um, and allowing me to have the opportunity to come here and stuff like that. Just sacrificing, driving me up to Kansas City every weekend to play AAU, just to live out my dream to play basketball. They're probably definitely my inspiration. They engraved everything they have in me, so yeah, they're probably my inspiration.
I can imagine they're very proud of you, you as a person, as a basketball player, and you as a person just in general. But Trevor, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Tell me a little bit more about Northwest Missouri State and how you're all just taking it day by day, and then what some of your goals are. So I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Hayden.
And thank you all for tuning in to College Sports Conversations.